right. This is going to sound like a lot of strat, but it's actually a pretty easy fight if you listen to the callouts. Melee. You want to make sure that you do not run up those stairs. There are things that are going to form under random people's feet, and we're going to try to control that by staying grouped up. So melee, obviously you're grouped up on the boss. Ranged, you're going to start grouped up over towards the purple. Now, obviously you can move up as much as you need to get in range and whatnot. That purple marker is just to give direction around this courtyard. But we're going to all try to be relatively grouped up so that when purple goo or solar flare happens, we know exactly where it's going to be. I will call out that it's in the melee, or I will call out that it's in the ranged. If it is not in your group, you probably do not have to move. Okay, starting with purple goo. Purple circle will form, and then it will get bigger and bigger a third time. So keep running, and as soon as it's gone, run back to your spot and keep DPSing. Solar flare is the opposite. You'll have pillars of light in a large circle that will collapse back onto that spot that that person was standing on. So solar flare, make sure that you run through those beams as quickly as possible, because eventually you will have no exit. Ranged and heals, you will have to worry about fetter. Random person will be fettered. I will throw a ring of frost around them, and then healers, you will cleanse it when I call out cleanse. Everybody wants to get away from that because the two flowers that pop out are going to fixate random targets, including melee. So melee, if you're a fixate target, make sure you run away from that flower while we're DPSing it down. Ranged, it is your job to get those down. Melee will not break off and kill them for us. So managing the fetter mechanic is probably the hardest thing because things can go kind of sideways, and we always have to be aware so that nobody accidentally gets hit by that fixate target. There's phase 1. Phase 2, he breaks into 2 bosses. So if you have cleave and whatnot, try prioritizing that. He will take double the damage. We will get a new ability called... I call them solar balls, whatever the hell they're called. We'll have 3 orbs to deal with. We will kill the one at the red X first. Melee, you will help us kill that one. Then we will kill the one over by the blue marker, and we will leave the one at purple marker alone. They need to be killed in a staggered fashion so our debuffs fall off. If they all nuke at the same time, we wipe. So definitely follow that kill order. Phase 3 happens at 50%. We now have 3 bosses to deal with. Again, prioritize any kind of cleaving you can do. We will have 2 new things to worry about in Phase 3. One is spores that will form randomly. Try not to take them to the face, but they're not a huge deal. The biggest deal is Call of Night. 2 people in this raid size will have Call of Night. And this throws somebody every time. If you have Call of Night, do not buddy with the other person who has Call of Night. You'll start doing raid-wide damage. Also, if you have Call of Night, do not be off by yourself. One person who is not affected needs to be your buddy at all times, or you start nuking the raid. So as long as you understand that mechanic, you will be fine. It's longish, so make sure that you always have a buddy. If you suddenly become large, that means that you're doing it wrong. We will lust at 50% when he starts phase 3. All the same mechanics continue through the entire fight. We just get additional ones added in. So everything that we've learned will continue to be in play. And of course, tanks, you know what you're doing, but just remember the green healing patches. By that point, it's easy to forget. Use your 3-minute cooldowns. Solar claps will be first on either ranged or heals. Or, I'm sorry, ranged or melee. Ranged or heals. It is in the ranged. Ranged get truckin'. Once it's cleared, go back to purple. Try to also be at max range, ranged, because our abilities might hit melee. Fetters on Farron. Everybody get away from Farron. Cleanse. Everybody kill the flowers if you are ranged. If you're fixated, get out of there. Get out of there, get out of there. Red eyes will appear over your head. We have another fetter. So cleanse again. Cleanse again. Purple goo in the ranged. Ranged, watch out for it. We need to get the lashers down first. We will deal with that ad last. Okay, we're good. Group back to purple. That's going to affect everybody. Watch out, melee. Okay, cool. Okay, we're back on purple. We are fine.
Uh-oh.
We need Lionel back up. Okay, see, we're fine. Better again. XPI. Everybody get away. Cleanse. If you have red eyes over your head, run away.
Taunting.
Much better. Phase 2, we will start having solar orbs. We're going to switch to the blue side at this point for no really particular reason.
The taunt. The high botanist.
Okay, everybody's going to turn and kill the one at X, the sphere.
Alright, I got him.
Okay, range. Turn around and kill the one behind us. Ignore purple. It'll explode on its own. Fetter's next. Nick Laney, everybody get away. I don't have a Ring of Frost, so just cleanse. Kill the Lashers. If you have eyes on your head, be ready to run if they get through that. Solar Collapse. It's in ranged. Hey, back on the boss. Purple Goo's next. Under somebody. It's under ranged again. Ranged, just run, run, run.
Go ahead and taunt.
Got him.
Okay, go back to the blue side. We have new spheres. We're going to start with red. Everybody's got to be where they're supposed to be, or you're going to mess up the mechanics of Solar Collapse and Purple Goo. Ranged is killing the one behind us. Ignore purple. We're phase 3. All the same things are happening.
This is what we want to taunt. Go ahead and taunt the Arcanist.
Yep.
Alright, move out of that green puddle, and I'm taunting.
Call of Night on 2 random people. Farron and XPI, you need to split up, and you need non-affected people. Don't go out that far.
Taking him.
Good job.
Okay, spheres, starting with X again.
Taunting.
Ranged, we're turning around at blue. Better. On Ryla. Get away from Ryla. XBI, you gotta pull out of there. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse.
Oh,
Solar
full
Collapse
flare
on
there.
melee. Ranged, you gotta get those fetters. Or the lashers. They're not going down quick enough. Fuck. I'm gonna have one back here because I did not blink out in time. Cleanse me.
Taunting. I should have hit taunt.
Good job on getting those down.
Green circle.
I move.
You're doing great, guys.
And taunting. I taunted the wrong one.
Call of Night on 2 people. Sin and Ryla. Don't run. Don't run. Somebody pair up with Ryla. Cool.
Alright, I got the taunt.
Orbs. We still have to deal with them.
Taking him back.
Yep. Good.
Wonderful job, guys.